Welcome in. We are live. I think we're live. And we are back in 1986 playing the Saturday games here. We're at the slowing down the pace a little bit, as you may have known. I'm replaying the 86 season on PC Replay Baseball. And I play all the Red Sox games. And then on Saturdays, I play all the Saturday games. And so we're on April 12th, 1986, and we're playing all the games. Not all of them on the channel. Some are offline, but this one was a good one. I think it's going to be a good one. And it's going to be the Angels and the A's. And it's compelling. The Angels, of course, would win the 86 AL West and come real close to getting the World Series. And, of course, they're playing the A's team that, of course, would go on to dominate the 88 season, the 89 season, the 1990 season. And they're 4-0. So a good little club. And I know Ron, my buddy Ron Juckett, Retro Sports Network, who's doing the 86 replay for Action PC Baseball, mentioned the other day, I was watching one of his games, and he thought the A's might be a problem in the AL West in the 86 replay. So they're 4-0 right here, 2-game lead on these Angels. So it's really early in the season, but, possible good game here. So let's go take a look real quick. McCaskill and see the Angels real quick and see what their schedule's been so far. They are 2-2. They lost last night, game one of the series, 10-7, as Gary Pettis had 2 home runs for the Angels. Phillips hit one for the A's. Right there. Their schedule wise, let's kind of take a look real quick. They won opening night in Seattle, lost to Seattle to 2-3, and then losses to the A's here. McCaskill, I believe, is getting its first start of the season. If we kind of take a look real quick down here, statistics wise, I believe McCaskill, yes, he's making his first appearance of the year. For the A's, they're 4-0. They won up at 10-7 as we saw before. They started off with a 3-game sweep over the Twins. Of course, the Twins are a team that would win it all in 87 the next year. So they got a good team. And I was watching the 87 baseball seasons special on MLB. I've got the whole series on my Apple TV, and I have it in the background a lot. And the Twins, they were saying 86, they lost a lot of close ball games, and their big problem was they didn't have a bullpen. And they acquired Jeff Reardon in 87, that kind of put them over the top. But the A's bashed them around 10-4, 7-6, and 4-1 in that one there. And so that will bring up Joaquin Andujar, who will get the start. Let me take a look real quick. I think this is his first outing as well. And I don't see him. That's his, yes. So you got Andujar, of course, who came over. Andujar came over from the Cardinals, the 85 team that went to the World Series. And he comes over, I believe, as a free agent to pitch for the A's. So that's what we have right here. So let's go ahead and get the lineups real quick for the Angels. Leading off and playing center field is Gary Pettis at 2 home runs yesterday. And he is a stolen base threat, a speed burner, a great center fielder there. Rob Wilfong gets to start at second base today. Bobby Grich getting the day off. So Wilfong will be at second base hitting 2. Wally Joyner at first base hitting 3rd. Of course, Joyner had that big year, 86, his rookie year. Reggie Jackson, the veteran, DHing in the cleanup role, hitting 4th. Brian Downing in left field hitting 5th, another veteran. Rupert Jones in right field hitting 6th, another veteran. Doug DeCinces, third base hitting 7th. Rick Burleson at shortstop hitting 8th, and Bob Boone hitting 9th and catching. A very old team, a veteran team. On the bench is Jerry Narin, Dick Schofield, Bobby Grich, George Hendrick, and Darrell Miller for the Angels. The A's, take a look at them real quick.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, I clicked the wrong
invite
button.
you to rise and please sing.
Replay radio is
We'll get
live
some
from
lines real quick
Oakland.
for the A's.
Top
So
of the first.
That's going to go. We're in the Coliseum. I missed the Coliseum. I missed it. So the A's have Tony Phillips leading off, playing second base. Bruce Bochy at first base hitting number 2. Dwayne Murphy in center field hitting 3. Dave Kingman, the King Kong, DH hitting 4. Davis in the 5-hole. Of course, he's known for the big walk in '88 to bring Gibson up when he's in the Dodgers. Carney Lansford came from the Red Sox, of course, make room for Boggs, hitting 6, playing third base. There's Jose Canseco hitting 250 in left field. Alfredo Griffin, shortstop in 8th, and Mickey Tettleton catching, hitting 9th. Of course, Mark McGwire would make his debut in '86, but not until later in the season. So no McGwire tonight. And Andujar on the hill. Andujar 86. We know he did in '85. '86, he went 12-7. He had some stuff out of the bullpen too. So 12-7 with 1 save, a 3.82 ERA, and a 1.26 WHIP. So a pretty good year for Andujar. So here we go. Let's play some baseball, late night baseball, and I'm playing 2 West Coast teams. So that'd be fitting, getting a late night game in here in '86. So here's Philip Pettis leading off. He had 2 home runs yesterday, off to a hot start, 8 for 15, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, but no stolen bases yet for Pettis, which is strange. So we'll see if that stays that way tonight. Andujar looks in, fires, and a base hit. Pettis stays red hot, and he's on. He could be going to extra bases here. Canseco, can he get to the ball? He does, and holds into a single.
No outs, men on first.
Let's see if Pettis is moving here. He is. So Will Fong coming up. He's getting the start for Gritch today. So Gritch getting the day off. Will Fong at the plate. Here comes a steal by Pettis. And he'll hold. So no Pettis stays with no stolen bases yet this season.
Playing in at the corners.
So Will Fong is first at bat of the season. Fly ball center field, and there's 1 away. Managing the A's is Jackie Moore, not Tony La Russa. La Russa, remember, is in Chicago right now. And, of course, he comes over, I believe in '87 he comes over. I think the next year he comes over. And this A's team is on the precipice doing great things, but maybe they'll do some great things here in '86. They're 4-0 to start the year off. So here is Joyner. Joyner 412, no homers, 1 RBI so far. Of course, Joyner had 17 home runs in his first 40 games in '86. Ended up with 22 and 290. So Joyner stands in, 1 out. There's the pitch. Ground ball to Lansford. They get the force at second. They don't turn 2, though.
2 outs, men on first.
And here comes Mr. October, Reginald Jackson. And Jackson 4 for 10 on the year. No homers, 3 RBIs. He stands in. And Joyner could be going here. Let's see if he steals. He stole. So Joyner steals a bag before Pettis does this year in '86. How about that? And Pettis has got 2 home runs in the season. Joyner's got none. And Joyner has a stolen base, and Pettis has none. So a weird, wacky start to the '86 season. Jackson steps in now with Joyner at second base. 2 gone. Andujar delivers, and they intentionally walk Jackson to get to Brian Downing. Interesting. So Downing will come up now to try and do some damage here.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Downing 200. No homers, 1 RBI. He looks in, the pitch. Walked him, the bases are juiced. And here comes Rupert Jones.
2 outs, bases loaded.
So Jones off to a tough start, 1 for 11. That's 091, no homers and RBI. 2 gone, bases juiced. Ballpark effect, an outer single here. And 11 through 64 is an out. And he'll make it out. A tapper to the pitcher, Andujar takes it, and he gets out of the jam. Bottom 1 we go.
1 hit, 3 left.
The A's escape.
Bottom of the first.
A's one of 3 undefeated teams left here in the season, 4-0. And Kirk McCaskill will take the hill for the Angels. Phillips will lead things off. He's 9 for 13 to start the season. That's .692 with 1 homer, 6 RBIs. He's walked 5 times. He has been a menace, Mr. Phillips has. McCaskill looks in, the pitch to Phillips, and they get him out, struck him out. So Phillips,
1 out, bases empty.
red hot, trying to cool him off a little bit there. So here comes Bochy. Down he goes. So 2 gone. McCaskill strikes the first 2 guys he faces here in the 86 season.
Bases empty.
And here is Dwayne Murphy now. Murphy, 278, no homers, 2 RBIs. And he walked him. So Murphy's on. A 2-out walk, and here comes Mr. Kingman. Kingman, 294, 1 home run, 2 RBIs in the year. For the 86 season, he had 210 with 35 home runs. He was ahead of his time. How many times he struck out? He struck out 126 times. So he was the original 3 outcome guy. So Kingman stands in now. 2 outs. Struck him out. So McCaskill strikes it inside.
No runs, no hits.
Gives up a walk in between that, and we're through 1. We're scoreless.
Top of the second.
So here is the sensei, another veteran on this Angel team. Andrew Har looks in, the pitch. Base hit to right field. So the sensei is on.
No outs,
a leadoff single.
The defense is playing.
And now here comes the rooster, Rick Burleson, another veteran in this Angel team. He is off to a hot start, 8 for 13, a home run and 3 RBIs at .615. So this Angel team has some guys who are hot. Burleson, ground ball to Griffin. This could be 2. It's off his glove for a base hit. So a single. Burleson stays hot. And the Angels have first and second, nobody out. And here comes the veteran Bob Boone, son of Aaron and son of Brett. He is .333, no homers and RBI for Boone in the young season. There's a pitch.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
And Boone's going to be bunting. Did he get it down? He did not. He pops it out. So Boone does not do the job, does not sacrifice him over.
Men on first and
it's first and second now, 1 out. And here's Pettis to lead things off. Pettis has been red hot. He's 1 for 1 today. He's 9 for 14, 9 for 16 in the young season with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Could he do it again? The pitch. Pettis, a fly ball to right field. Davis is there. And there's 2 gone.
2 outs, men on first and second.
So here is Rob Wilfong, because Wilfong playing today in place of Bobby Grich. Grich getting the day off here early on, the veteran. So Wilfong is 0 for 1 today, 0 for 1 for the season. First and second, 2 outs. Andujar on the hill. The pitch. And a fly ball. Mike Davis, can he get there? He's got a 5 for range. He's a really good defensive right fielder. And he tracks it down right there. And that will end at top of the second. So the A's and Andujar getting it done. And joining us, we got Mark Unger in the house. Mark Unger, he just finished playing the O's Red Sox 24 season. Nice. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Diamond League, or not Diamond League, Dynasty League baseball too, kind of offline. I go back and forth between this game and Dynasty League Baseball, I love them both. They both do different things. Dynasty League Baseball is more of a manager mode. I feel like I'm Alex Cora trying to figure out the Red Sox lineup, and then this is kind of more, the cards and dice feel and just replaying history. So good stuff. But check out Mark had a great podcast the other day and talking about a project he's working on, a documentary about our hobby here and the great Ron Juckett. So I'm excited about that stuff. So definitely check out Mark Unger. I'll put a link in here in the video when it goes up to get the word out about that. So thanks for dropping in. A little late night. Had things to take care of with the family earlier. Got a little bit later than normal, but I figured it's fitting. A's and Angels. You don't play this game at 8 o'clock at night. You play this game late at night. It's A's Angels from the Coliseum. It should be a late game. So here's Mike Davis now. Davis off to a good start too. I mean the A's are all hitting. They're 4-0. He's 412 on the year. And he's got some speed. McCaskill looks in, fires, ground ball to Wilfong. Could be an infield single. Davis got some speed down there. Yes, 2 through 5, he's safe. And he's out. A good play by Wilfong to get that. Yes. My wife, yeah, everyone's sleeping. This is I get on late at night. Mark just said about his wife was sleeping through the teacher. I know he had to, it was a long week for me too, but this is kind of my, I'm a night owl, and I probably should sleep more than I do. But this is kind of when everyone's asleep and the house is quiet, I can come out here. I've got like a little finished garage, my TV, and my computer, and just play a little baseball
One out.
before I go to
Bases empty.
bed. So I gotta get up early tomorrow. My daughter's at a basketball game tomorrow, 9:30 in the morning. But I'll take an afternoon nap tomorrow. All right, Lansford coming up now. Lansford, what did he? 267. He's got a home run, a stolen base. Lansford, of course, has that great batting stance. One of those memorable batting stances. He walks here. He's got some speed too. So Lansford's on.
1 out.
Let's
Man
see
on
if he's
first.
going anywhere. He's not. Here comes Mr. Canseco, hitting 7th. Down 7 in the order, Canseco. He's 250, no homers, 2 RBIs. What are you doing 86 exactly? He had 240 with 33 home runs, 15 stolen bases. So this is kind of his introduction to this is rookie year. No, he made his debut in 85. September of call up in 85. But this is his first full rookie year. So Canseco looks in on McCaskill. 1 down. Ballpark effect. Out or a single. 11 through 64, he's out. So not the odds aren't in Canseco's favor. And it's going to be a dribble to the catcher. Bob Boone is out, and he gets the force. So Boone throws down and gets Lansford.
2 outs. Man on first.
So good job, Aaron and Brett, proud of their dad with that throw. So 2 gone now for Griffin. And he's got speed too. He's hitting 563. Good Lord, the A's are just bashing the ball. They beat up the Twins in that first 3-game series in '86 here. The A's is beat on the Twins pitching staff like you wouldn't believe. Griffin now. Base hit center field. And you got Canseco going from first to third. Over there twitching at third base when he's twitching. He's got that twitch. First and third, 2 outs. And here comes Mickey Tettleton, or Fruit Loops as they call him. And Tettleton is off to a big-time start, too. Everyone in the A's. He's got 3 home runs already. This is game 5 of the season. A's are 4-0. He's got 3 home runs. What did he do in real life? He had 204 with 10 home runs in real life. So he's having his whole season in the first week. So Tettleton stands in now in the 9-hole. Ground ball to Burleson. The Rooster makes the play, and we're through 2, and we're still scoreless. A lot of traffic,
1 hit,
but no runs.
2 left on.
The A's numbers are unreal. They're after an unbelievable start. Unbelievable start now. Yeah, I didn't really, Kingman. I didn't realize. I mean, I'm not sure how old exactly you are, Mark. I think you're a little bit older than I am, maybe the same age, but I'm 51, and so I just know Kingman. Like 86. I remember watching him, and but then of course I learned later on what an asshole he was. Like I didn't know. I just knew he was a guy who hit a home run, hit a ton of home runs, struck out a ton, but I didn't realize that what a dick he was. I mean, absolute dick. Yeah, Telton did get. So you're a little old. Okay, so you've got about 9 years on me. So you saw Kingman in his prime, probably. I guess he had. Do you have a prime? Kind of weird, but yeah. So yeah, Telton definitely. Orioles. He was great with the Orioles. I mean, he kind of came alive with the Orioles. So here is Joyner. I was watching '86 seasons thing yesterday on Apple TV. I've got my and I didn't realize that Joyner had 17 home runs in the first 40 games of the season. He had 22 for the whole year, but he was off to an unbelievable start. He started the All Star game at first base, first rookie in some time to start as a to start in the All Star game. He had a great first half, and he kind of petered off in the second half, and he got that leg infection thing and missed the ALCS. So Andahar looks in the pitch. Ballpark effect could be an outer single for Joyner. 11 through 64, he's out. So the odds not in his favor. And that's the Coliseum for you. A little tapper to the pitcher, and Andujar takes care of him. One down.
1 out, bases empty.
And here comes Mr. Jackson, who was walked intentionally. Andujar did not want to face him. Reginald Martinez Jackson. He hits 4 for 10 in the season. Here's the pitch. And he walks. Of course, Jackson would go to the A's next. He would go to the A's in '87. And I think he'd play in '88 too briefly. I think he was on the team in '88. Where he went and ended. I think '87 was last year. But he goes to the A's next for sure. So he goes from the Angels to the A's, stays out west, and goes back to the. I should go back. Goes back to the A's. Of course, Reggie originally was the A's. He goes back to the A's. Possible pickoff. And he gets back safely.
1 out, man on first.
Yeah, that's why I said, before you got on, I think he batted the first time up. He was ahead of his time, Dave Kingman. I mean, he definitely was fitting today. Low average, strikeout, hit home runs. I mean, he was definitely ahead of his time. Here's Downing now. Walks his first time up. Ground ball to Bochy. And a double play. Good play with it by Bruce.
No runs, no hits.
And now in the top of the third.
Bottom of the third.
Bottom three we go. Be Phillips, Bochy, and Murphy, top of the order. Phillips struck out his first time up. He's 9 for 14 in the season, though, with a homer and 6 RBIs. Another A who's been red hot. McCaskill looks in. Ground ball to Joyner. And he makes the play. So one down.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Bochy. Struck out his first time up. He's got a home run in the season. McCaskill walks him. McCaskill, really good pitcher. I look at his numbers for '86. He was what did he do in '86? He was pretty good. 17 and 10, 3.36 ERA, 1.21 WHIP. Really good pitcher. Angels had a good pitching staff. Really good pitching staff in '86. And that's why they won the West. So Murphy in. He walked his first time up. And a fly ball to left field. That's Dwayne Murphy, not Dale Murphy.
2 outs, man on
Dale
first.
still in Atlanta in '86. And here comes Mr. Kingman. We've been talking about him today. 278 in the season. A home run, 2 RBIs. He got 5 strikeouts. This is game 5 right now. So he's averaging a little more than a strikeout a game. Well, actually, right now, a strikeout a game. He doesn't strike any more this game. So here's the pitch from McCaskill. Kingman makes contact. He makes contact. A tapper back to McCaskill to end the third inning.
And 1 left on.
He made good job by Kingman. So here is Rupert Jones. Was McCaskill on the A? I thought he was I thought he was pretty young, 86. I thought maybe 86 might have been one of his first years. Maybe I was wrong. I'll have to go look and see when he debuted here in a second. So here's Jones. 0 for 1 today. He's 1 for 12 in the season, so he's having a rough start to the year. He looks up at the scoreboard right now and sees 083, and he cannot be happy. Andujar looks in, and he goes deep. Rupert Jones just stick that 083 in your butt. He goes deep, and we have a run in the ball game.
No out,
Angels up 1-0. Rupert Jones rushes one, and just like that, he's at 154 now with a home run. So Rupert Jones gets his party started here. And here is Doug DeCinces. Of course, DeCinces started with the Orioles. A lot of Orioles on this Angel team. Bobby Grich, DeCinces. Baller was on this Angel team for a little while, too. DeCinces walked. So walk after the home run.
No outs, men on first.
Angels in business here.
The defense is playing in at the corners.
So here's Burleson, who's 9 for 14 in the season. The Rooster, he did not have a good year in 86. I almost know he didn't. Actually, you know what? He didn't play a lot, though. He had 284 with 5 homers. He only played in 93 games, though. So I think he's battling on injuries, too. At this point, he is 35 years old, which back in 86, youngsters, 35 years old was old back in 86. I know nowadays the guys seem to be aging a lot better nowadays through hard work and through other things. But back in 86, 35 years old, you were kind of washed. So Burleson up now with a single, 1 for 1.
He's lay down a bunt.
He's going to bunt here. The Rooster to Lansford. It's a Red Sox reunion here. And Lansford makes the play.
1 out.
And Burleson does his job. So DeCinces in second base now. Here comes Bob Boone. If you want to know why Aaron Boone went to USC for college, this is why. He's living in Southern California right now with Bob Boone. Here's that. And Boone, a deep fly ball to right field. Davis tracks it back there, makes the play. But DeCinces tags up.
2 outs, men on third.
So 2 gone now for Gary Pettis, who's been red hot. Pettis, 9 for 17. He had 2 home runs yesterday. He has yet to get a stolen base, though, which is strange. So here comes up, man on third base, a base hit. We'll get around the run-in. And he walks here. So Pettis is on first and third now for Wilfong.
2 outs, men on first and third.
And Pettis could be going right here. Can he get his first bag of the season? He will not. He'll hold.
2 outs, men on first and third.
So Gene Mock says, not yet. You hold. Here's Wilfong. Base hit, scores the run. Ground ball to Phillips. And Phillips makes the play. So the Angels just get 1
1 run
on the
one
Rupert
hit,
Jones
2
towering blast. Bottom 4 we go, 1-0.
Bottom of the fourth.
So McCaskill. Yeah, see, I thought he debuted. So he debuted like last year. That's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, the Angels. Yeah, the Angels. They're kind of a fun team though. Like the '82 Angel team, was even better because he had Fred Lynn on that team. He had Lynn. That was Jackson's first year with the Angels. I think it was '82. Might have been '83. Jackson's first year. He had Lynn on there. He had Baylor on that team, and Jackson, and Rich and Downing. Yeah, so it's kind of like a yeah. It reminds me of the old Raiders football teams. You know, kind of get everybody the cast-offs. You know, but they were tough. They were tough, and they really should have won the ALCS. I mean, I'm a big Red Sox fan, but the Red Sox pulled that series out their ass. As much as the '86 World Series hurts, and the Red Sox blew that World Series. I mean, the Mets were a better team. Like, you know, they played 100 times, but the Red Sox outplayed them in that 7-game series. They really did, and they kind of gave it away. But the Angels outplayed the Red Sox. I mean, the Angels outplayed the Red Sox in the ALCS, so it kind of all worked out. My dad, I was crying myself to sleep in '86. My dad reminded me of that too. Like a couple of days later, he goes, you guys were lucky to beat the Angels. You guys really should have probably lost to the Angels. So you can't be too upset. So here's Davis now, who comes in. I mentioned before, Mike Davis, he is famous 2 years later in '88. He walked against Eckersley, which brings up Kirk Gibson for the infamous home run in the World Series. He strikes out there, so 1 down.
One out.
McCaskill now. McCaskill, 4 Ks now on the year. Here's Lansford on the season and the year in the game. This is the first start of the year. So here's Lansford. He walked the first time up. Ground ball to Wilfong. And he makes the play.
2 outs.
2 gone.
Empty.
Yeah, Orioles mid-'90s were like that. I kind of like those. You don't really see that as much now. I'm trying to think, is there a team now that does that? You really don't see that as often. Now teams kind of sprinkle those guys around. Like they take the veterans and they sprinkle here and there. I'm trying to think of a team right now that has like a bunch of veterans, a bunch of kind of cast-off veteran guys. I can't think of one. So here's Canseco. Yeah, they won the 186 for sure. The Rangers were pretty close, so the Rangers might be able to beat them in this replay. And Ron thinks, Ron's doing the 86 replay for Action PC Baseball. And Ron thinks the A's could somehow get involved in this race in the replay too. And he said that a couple of days ago. And of course, now the A's are 4-0 my replay. So they're still early on, but who knows? We'll see. Canseco, that's play 2 gone. And he struck him out. McCaskill looking pretty nasty today.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning. Top of the 5th.
So top 5 we go. It'll be Joyner, Jackson, and Downing. Andujar on the hill. Ground ball to Phillips. I love Tony Phillips. I mean, he never was in the Red Sox. Always a pain in the ass to the Red Sox, but an underrated player. So here's Jackson. Jackson has intentionally walked and walked. So he's still 4 for 10 in the season. He's got an OBP of 571. That's not bad. Not too bad. Ground ball to Griffin. 2 gone.
2 outs, bases empty.
A good pitcher's duel right here. Andujar and McCaskill locking up here. And here comes Downing. He's a good ball player too. He's at 3 for 16 now to start this year. And he drives that one deep to right field, but Davis is back there, and the top of the 5th is over.
1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 5th.
So bottom 5 we go. Griffin, Tettleton, and then Phillip. Griffin now 10 for 17 in the season. He's 1 for 1 today. I mean, he didn't hit anything in 86, did he? He had 285. Okay, he had a good year. He had a good 285, 4 home runs. I mean, that's a good year for a shortstop. I know that, once again, 86, you judge shortstops a little bit differently than you do now. That's a good year for a shortstop. Struck him out. So McCaskill
bases empty.
has thrown some heat today. 6 strikeouts now. 4 in the 3rd from McCaskill. 1 hit. He's walked 3 and struck out 6. Here's Tettleton. Off to a red-hot start, but he is playing well above his card right now. The dice have been kind to Mickey. I don't think the dice will continue to be kind to him. Fly ball left field. Can Downing get there is the question. Downing is an average outfielder, average range. And you can see why. 11 through 53 is an out. And he makes the play. Look at Brian Downing. 2 gone. He makes the play.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here comes Phillips, top of the order. Phillips, 9 for 15. What kind of year did he have in 86? He had he didn't have a great year. 256. Hit a grand slam yesterday. against the Angels. 256, 5 home runs. So he had a great year. He's had better years in the past or the future, I should say. Hops at the third base. Now will end the fifth inning. So we played 5. We played 5
Top
here.
of the sixth.
Out west in the Coliseum. Unfortunately, when you turn on the A's games this year and last year, you will no longer see this Coliseum. I like the Coliseum. I've never been to the Coliseum. Let me rephrase that. I like how it looks on TV. I've heard stories how that's a shithole when you go there, but on TV it looks nice, and I watch games on TV. And so for me, and the ballpark they played in last year did not look good on TV. It looked like it was a minor league ballpark. It looked like I couldn't watch. I had a hard time watching games, but I missed the old Coliseum. I like how it got dark in the outfield, kind of, and the grass is always nice. They always had a great infield. The grass looks great too. So I mean, I'm gonna miss. I know they're going to Vegas and everything, but I just don't understand why they couldn't get together on a new ballpark to keep in Oakland. So here's Rupert Jones, who homered. He's a difference maker right now. It's 1-0, and this is the guy. This is the reason why it's 1-0. So Jones, what did Jones do in '86? Jones hit 229 of 17 home runs. You got a little pop there, Rupert. So Andujar steps in steps in the mound. Pops out to Phillips, so 1 down. It was an iconic shithole. Yeah. Well, I like. I don't think I want to go there, but it looks good on TV. On TV, it looks nice. Here's the Sensei. He singled and walked. But I do recognize they needed a new ballpark. But I just don't. I just wish they would have built a new ballpark for them. I know it's easy to say. I mean, it's people, it's money. But I think they deserve a new ballpark. I mean, it was a shithole. There's some cities that build new ballpark after 20 years. Like, I mean, they but I mean, the Giants got their ballpark. They moved to Tampa Bay. That would have been horrible. But I just wish they got a ballpark. So here's Burleson. 1 out. The Sensei at first. Walked him. First and second, 1 out. Wrigley's nice. Wrigley's nice. I've been to Wrigley, and I went to Wrigley. I was living in Ohio at the time. So I lived 2 years in Ohio. I lived there back in 2000 and 2001. And when Griffey got there for the Reds, I lived outside of Cincinnati for 2 years. When Griffey got there, when I got there, Griffey got there. I think he followed me there. No, I was kidding. So I went to a bunch of Reds games, and I saw Barry Bonds with a rain delay. This is 01, I believe. 01. And rain delay, and I stayed around. It's like 12 people left in the ballpark, and I watched Barry Bonds crack one. I was down, like he could hear me. I was kind of taunting him a little bit, just like, I think I was saying, Barry, Ted Williams, Teddy Ball game. And he hit one like he crushed one. And then I went up and saw them play the Cubs in Wrigley with my dad, Giants and Cubs. It was the same trip. And I saw him homer off of Joe Borowski. He crushed one in Wrigley. That's pretty cool seeing Barry hit one in Wrigley. So I saw Barry hit one in Wrigley Field. I believe it was 01. I moved in September of 01 back down to Carolina. So I think that was my last year there. It might have been 2000. I'll have to go look up Barry Bonds' homer against Joe Borowski, and that'll be the year. So I've been to Wrigley. I've been to Fenway about 40 times. I only saw one game at Wrigley. I went to Comiskey, the new Comiskey. That was okay. I wish I would have been in. I like going to baseball games, like did it for like a weekend. But I was only there for like a day. I'm not sure why I was there only for a day. My dad was in Michigan at the time. Grand Rapids, Michigan, so we just drove for the day, I guess. So I would have liked to have been there for a weekend. Just kind of get the whole feel of Wrigleyville and all that stuff. It went by really quick, so I want to go back. But I like Jacobs Field. The Guardians ballpark. What do they call it now? Progressive Field. Um, that's a good ballpark too. Oh, good. So Mark brings up Wrigley Field. And by the way, if you're here's the problem. I'm not good with the chat thing because people who watch this thing like tomorrow have no effing clue who I'm talking to, like what I'm talking about. See, Ron does a better job of that. Ron reads the comments and then responds to them. I just start talking like everybody can see these things. I've not been to Philadelphia. I've been to the Vet though. Okay. The first ballpark I ever went to was the Vet. So Mark brings up Citizens Park as a great stadium. So the first ballpark I ever went to was the Vet. I went to the Vet in 1982, Dodgers and Phillies. My aunt lived in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and they had season tickets to Phillies games. We went to the Phillies games. So the Vet was my first ballpark. And as a kid, you don't know it's a shithole. All you know is the Major League ballpark. Like you're like, oh my god, I'm in the Major League Stadium right now. How cool is this? And so it was great to me. And then of course you go to other ballparks and you realize, man, the Vet was a shithole. And it was. With that typical 1970s built cookie cutter multi-purpose stadium that Pittsburgh had and Cincinnati had and Philadelphia had and who else had it? I guess Montreal kind of had one. I mean, Busch Stadium was like that too, to a lesser degree. But I thought it was great. And then, I go to the ballparks and realize, and my son, his first ballpark he went to is Truist Park in Atlanta, which is a great ballpark. Like, that's a great ballpark. And so I told him that his first experience is a lot different than mine. And in terms of, but I saw great teams, though. Phillies and Dodgers, 82. I mean, those were great teams. I mean, those were ball clubs right there. So he saw the Braves and the Mets. The Mets, now it's not the same. But the Vet was a dump. Um, but it was cool to be in the Major League ballpark. Now here's Bobby Boone. First and second, one out. Andujar steps in. All right, Bill Kruger's in. We have pitching change. Hey, pay attention. Kruger comes for Andujar, and he throws a wild pitch, I think. Let's see, a wild pitch? It's a wild pitch. So Bill Kruger comes in.
One out, men on second and third.
Let me kind of see what's going on here. Yeah, so Kruger comes in to face Boone. There's a wild pitch. So Kruger only threw 34 and a third in 86. He went 1 and 2 to the save, a 6.03 ERA. Good Lord. A 1.54 whip. Small sample size, though. Small sample size. And so far this year, this is his second appearance. He's gone 1 and 2/3. He's got 4 hits and 2 earned runs. So he's sucks. So the A's must be out of bullpen, guys. The A's must have their bullpen must be fried, which makes sense because they played the Twins, and there was 3 high-scoring games. So their bullpen could be fried today. So Boone's up now, second and third, 1 out. And he pops out to Lansford, so 2 gone.
2 outs, men on second and third.
And here comes Pettis, who's been like Willie Mays so far, 86 season. So Pettis is a switch hitter. He turns around to the right-hand side now to face Kruger, the lefty. And he pops out to Phillips to end things. So 1-0 Angel, still lead.
1 hit and 2 left on. Bottom of the 6th.
McCaskill's still in there. He's got a lot more bullets to throw, too. Bochy will lead things off. He struck out and walked. Fly ball left field to Downing, and Downing is not a great left fielder. Can he get there? He does not.
No outs, men on first.
Brian Downing was a catcher as well. He played some infield as well. So he's one of those guys who can play lots of positions, but none of them really well. So here's Murphy. 0 for 2 today. He's got 0 for 1 with a walk. Come back to McCaskill, and they turn 2 is the question. They do not turn 2. They get the force, so that's it.
Man on first.
So 1 down. And here's Dave Kingman. My best Philly story, I was a Mike Schmidt fan. I loved Mike Schmidt as a little kid. And I went to the 83 World Series. I went to game 5. I went to the Orioles won the series. I went to the game before the Orioles clinched. And I think they won in 6. So I went to game 5, I believe. And Mike Schmidt had a horrible World Series. And I didn't understand this, but we're in the Phillies ballpark, and the fans are booing Mike Schmidt. Like, I didn't understand. I'm like 9 at the time. And so I turned to my dad, like, why are they booing Mike Schmidt? And my dad just matter of factly, because he's playing like a bum. Just matter of factly, he's playing like what do you mean? He's playing like a bum. I'm like, but that's their guy. Like, I didn't understand. Like, why would you boo and like, that's what they do. It's like a bum, they boo him. And I was like, do they think that's going to help him hit? Because it's not. So my first introduction to Philly fans. Hangman up. Oh, ballpark effect. Did he get one? I think did he get one? Did he get one? 11 through 21 is a single. 22 through 46 might be a home run. And 51 through 66 is definitely a home run. Did Dave get one? If he got one, the A's are in the lead, folks. We have a chance. We have a chance. Oh, we have a really good chance. One's a single, 2 through 6 is a home run. I think the A's just took the lead. They did. Oh, my goodness. Ping pong. And the A's are up 2-1. The A's may not lose a game. They might not lose a game this 86 season. When a team go 162-0, I mean, that's where we're thinking. The A's may not lose a team. We'll see. 2-1 A's. Kingman goes deep. Mike Davis lines out the Willie Joyner. 2 gone.
2 outs, bases empty.
Lansford now. Bottom 6, 2 outs. Oh, ballpark effect in this one. Did Carney go deep? So once again, we have 51 through 66 might be a home run. 65 through 66 is a home run. Lansford, base hit. So a 2-out single for Carney.
2 outs, man on first.
And here comes Mr. Canseco, who is hitless today. The pitch. Walked him. So first and second, McCaskill is cruising along, and now he's starting to lose a little bit here.
2 outs, men on first and second.
And here's Mr. Griffin, who's 1 for 2 today. A base hit to score a run. Lansford's got a 4 for speed, so does Canseco. A gapper might score 2 runs. And a fly ball to Pettis will end the 6th inning. But the A's get it done. Kingman a 2-run shot, and they now lead 2-1. Let's see what they do with the bullpen. Kruger's in there still. I'm curious what the A's have in the pen. Let me click off this real quick. What do the A's have in the pen? So Ontiveros is down. He's in B grades. Jay Howell is down with B grades. Langford is down with B grades. So the only guys they have Keith Atherton with a 1.89 whip and a 5.87 ERA. They got Bill Mooneyham with a 4.52 and a 1.71 ERA and whip, respectively. And they got Bertos with a 22.50 ERA and a 3.0 whip. Okay, and this is why the Oakland A's do not win the AL West back in '86. They don't have a good, even the bullpen, Ontiveros, Howell aren't bad. They're just tired. They were used a lot in the Twin Series. So that's the issue. That's why Bill Kruger's in the ball game. So if we wonder if the AI was screwing up and putting Bill Kruger in the game, they have no choice. They have no one really available. So it's 2-1 A's. If the A's win this game, they may go undefeated. They may not lose. They win this game. I don't know how they win this game. Bill Fong up to play now. 2-1. Angels trail, but the A's bullpen is a hot mess. Wilfong base hit to right field. And he's on. He's got some speed, too.
No outs, man on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
And here's Joyner coming up now. Joyner hitless today, too.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
A sacrifice bunt for Joyner. A sacrifice bunt. Well done by Wally. He's not hitting for power so far, so he lays one down.
Man on second.
And here comes Mr. Jackson. Jackson's been walked intentionally, walked normally. I guess you call that walked normally. Not intentionally, unintentionally. He's grounded out. Angels down 2-1 here. Kruger on the hill. 1 out, the pitch. And he strikes out Reggie. Reggie goes down to the knee.
2 outs, man
2
on
away,
second.
and here comes Downing now. And Bill Kruger get it done here. Kruger trying to keep the A's undefeated here. 2-1. He's out of the pen. Ground ball to Phillips. Will they get out of this jam? Oh, possible error. Phillips can make some errors here. 45 air rating, which is not great. It's not bad. But he makes the play. And it's stretch time in Oakland. The A's have a lead, 2-1.
1 left on.
I don't know how they're going to hang on to this thing with that bullpen, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me take a quick drink here. It'll be Tettleton, Phillips, and Bochy. Mickey, once again, looks like he's the MVP of the season through 4 games, but the dice have been shining up his you-know-what. Ground ball to the Rooster. A close play at first. Look at Mickey busting it down the line. 1 and 6 are safe. Let's Mickey busting it down the line. Oh, we got him. 1 down. Mickey hustling now. We got to like to see Mickey hustle.
1 out, base is empty.
1 down in the top of the order. Phillips is up. Short fly ball to Pettis, and there's 2 gone.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's Bochy. Struck him out. So McCaskill.
Nothing doing this half inning.
McCaskill had that tough. He gave it the 2-run hit to Kingman. He's been pretty good, though.
Top of the 8th.
Mark puts down replay baseball. It was a great game. So was a basketball game. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I mean, it's my favorite thing. And I won't ever bash a game. There's games I don't like. But I'll never say anything. The thing is, I'm amazed at all these people who make these games. And so even a game I don't like, there's games I don't like that people love. And so good for them and good for the guy who made the game. But it's just one of those things, man. Sometimes it's like, and it's not that the games I don't like are bad games. It's that it doesn't, it's like tasting women. You know what I mean? Like you just have replay baseball and replay basketball are my taste. I just like them. And Dynasty League baseball, which is a different kind of a game I want to manage. They're different itches to scratch. But that's the joke with Ron all the time. Is that Ron? I mean, I'm not sure I told you this stuff, Mark, but so Ron in some podcast like a year ago or 2 years ago, someone asked him, or he said he hates when people ask him what game he hates. So every time there's a mailbag, I ask him 2 questions. The first question is, "Hey Ron, can you tell me a game that you hate?" And then, because I know there's a game he hates, he hasn't told me yet. And then I ask him a real question. So that's always a joke with Ron, is that every time it's a mailbag, I act like it's the first time I've ever asked him a question. I always go, "Hey Ron, I'm not sure you've ever been asked this question before, but is there a game out there you hate?" And he just goes, doing those things. So, oh yeah, that's what's cool too. Is that I don't do that. You roll your own dice. Yeah, you can do that in this game too. I don't do that. And like the thing is, I would love to just do a cards and dice, like real cards and dice. It's just I don't have the time. And the setup part of it takes forever. And I actually would enjoy that, but I just don't have the time. I want to play a game. When I retire and my kids are out of the house and I'm bored out of my mind, I'll probably sit down and do a whole replay with the whole cards and dice and all that stuff. But now I want to pull my laptop up real quick, play a quick game, and see the stats, and so it's convenient that way. But it's just I don't I want to play the game. I rather play the game than set up the game. Um, and so it's just a time thing. I love the fact that I can pull my laptop out and play a game in a half hour. I mean, this game's taking longer because I'm chatting with you guys or anything, which is great. But I can play a quick game, get a game in. I can save it. If I don't get to the seven, the game goes long, I can save it, come back to it. It's not everything on my computer. It's all that stuff. But I like this game though. It has the cards and dice feel to it. It's just on the computer, so it feels like I'm still rolling the dice. Like it takes me back to my strat days, um, and stuff. So I like that. And Dynasty League Baseball kind of is a different kind of a game too because you're managing all that stuff too. So it's just different. So Rupert Jones is up now, who homered. Only run for the Angels is by him. Fly ball left field, and that's caught there. So can Bill Kruger get through this? Can Bill Kruger come in and shut down this Angel team and get the A's their fifth win to go 5-0? Two gone. Yeah, and the game design. So Mark brings up, I agree. The game design, all that stuff's great. The other thing too is,
2 outs, bases empty.
and I'm blanking on the guy's name who does these games now. Oh, my lord, the guys who makes these games. It's not Pete Ventura. Pete runs the company, but I'm drawing a blank. But the guy that makes all these games, these great games, he makes every game he makes I like, and I can't think of his name now. It'll come in a little while. But what I like too is as I get older, and my eyes aren't great. I'm not blind, but I wear the hard contact lenses, and I can't see small print like I used to. And the other thing too is I don't feel like straining to see small print. And there's a lot of games out there. There's a lot of games out there. Richard Hanna, that's it. I can't believe, yeah, Richard Hanna. He should get a damn Nobel Peace Prize. But there's a lot of games out there that one of the things that bothers me is that they're hard to see. Like I have to work to read stuff, and like that just makes me like it tires me out. I've been working all day long. I've been grading stuff. And like the last thing I feel like doing is sitting there and trying to squint down to see if the guy got a base hit or not, or what its stats are. And and I've messed with the fonts, and I'm not going to name games, but sure you can figure out what games I mean. There's games out there that's hard to see, and so all his games he does, Richard Hanna's games, they're so like crisp. They're so like to my eye. I don't have to sit there and work. They don't tire me out when I play them. I don't sit there and get a headache when I'm done playing them. And so that's the other thing too. There's some games that just aren't easy in the eyes, and all his games are easy in that way in the eyes. So yeah, Richard Hanna. I could not think. Thank you, Madden Vids. I've been going blank. I'm getting old, man. I'm starting to. But Richard Hanna should. I've emailed him a couple times, and he emailed me back. Not all the time, but a few times. He was got to see email him back and say, "Man, I enjoy your games. Thank you so much." And he appreciates a lot of stuff, and I give him suggestions. Like not suggestions. I like say, wouldn't it be great if we did a game like this? And one of the things I used to bother him about was, can you do a college basketball game? Can you do a PC replay college basketball game? Well, he's done above the rim college basketball, which is next best thing. And I like that a lot too. I've been playing that game too. So he kind of did in a way. So, um, yeah, but the other thing I told him too is I love the encyclopedia on this baseball game. The encyclopedia that you have to buy this now. It's like $25. It's the best $25 I've ever spent in my damn life. The encyclopedia is you throw in all your seasons you played in the encyclopedia, and it keeps all your history. It gives your leaders. It's the greatest thing ever, and I love it. It's my favorite feature. It might be my favorite feature of the game, and it bothers me when when games don't have it, or if they have one, it's not very good. Second and 10's a good one too, but the baseball one's the best. And I emailed Richard, and I said, Richard, is there any way you can do one for the basketball game? Like, and he goes, oh, there's not enough seasons to do one, which I don't know, understand why. Like, I don't know if like it's just like that was his reason, which I didn't understand. Maybe because he didn't think it's worth it. But I mean, that's one thing I requested. Can you do it? Make an encyclopedia, like the baseball one for basketball, and I'll buy it. I'll pay $50 for it. Shit. Yeah, and he's British. He's British exactly. The other guy is um freaking the guy who started Out of the Park baseball. And I forgot. I'm blanking his name too, and I'm actually a friend. I emailed him a few times. Out of the Park baseball. I was on the beta team a few times. And I had it for 20 some years. And I can't think of his name now. The guy who made the Out of the Park baseball is from Germany, and he like made this incredible game. And he's from Germany, and like instead of watching baseball and got into baseball, made a game. Um, and so it's unreal. Like a British guy and a German guy make these great baseball games. Makes no sense. Marcus, yes, Marcus. Yeah, yeah. I don't play Out of the Park as much anymore. I don't know why. I think part of it was they got big, which is great. I mean, good for them. Marcus sold the company, and I remember it was much more fun with a small company, and like it was like a handful of us who were kind of testing it. And then they got into the whole what happens. They get bought out, and they start like kind of putting more into the buying coins and buying cards. Yeah, he sold it, yeah, and it's fine. I mean, he made money. It's fine, good for him. But um, Out of the Park baseball is good for what if scenarios, and I love doing that. That was kind of my interest in doing what if game, like what if scenarios, you know. And then for some reason, I kind of got out of that mode, and I started wanting to play like replay, like trick replay seasons. And so Out of the Park baseball, you can do that on there. You can do that on Out of the Park baseball, but it just doesn't quite do it as well. And it doesn't have the card, like the replay baseball is a cards thing. So I kind of went to replay. And then for managing, I like Out of the Park baseball for managing for a long time, but now Dynasty League Baseball Online has kind of taken that from them too. So like now I don't have, but I think I like doing a little fictional league with fictional players on there sometimes. I do that sometimes. That's kind of really all I use it for now. So, um, but I played that. That was my favorite game ever. I played that game for like 10 years. That's all I did with my game. So here's Burleson now, 2 gone. Base at the right field. And Bill Kruger
2 outs.
close the door. He's got 4 hours to get here. Will he get them all? I'm not sure who else they can go to. They got nobody else really in the pen who's worth a damn. Who's rested. So 2 out single there. Here's Boone. Ground ball to Bochy. Got him. And with top of the 8th is done. 2-1 score.
1 hit and 1 left on.
The A's trying to go with the 5-0.
Bottom of the 8th.
Here's Dwayne Murphy. McCaskill's still in there. McCaskill's pitched well. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. He's walked 4, struck out 7, but that one of those hits was a 2-run shot. He strikes out Murphy. Yeah, that's what they lost me too. I don't mind them doing that. I don't mind a game trying to monetize that way, but it seemed like they stopped doing anything else with the game. Like anything else with developing was done. And then I noticed like the AI, like the trade logic had taken a step back too. Like I was in a fictional league one time, and the team traded this guy. Like they were in a pennant race, and they traded like one of their key guys for a prospect, and it made no sense. And so I don't know. I think I want to go back and get like Out of the Park 6.5, which is back that came out like maybe 2010ish, and just play that. back in the old school way, because it was a great game. So here's Kingman now. Kingman has the big blow, a 2-run shot off McCaskill, which gave the A's a 2-run lead, a 2-1 lead, not a 2-run lead. I can't talk. It was back in the 6th inning. So Kingman up again. He's got 2 home runs in the year, 4 RBIs. He had 6 for 20, 6 hits, and 5 strikeouts. Here's the pitch to the King Kong. And a deep fly ball to left field. Downing tracks it down. Almost got that one, too.
Base is empty.
And here's Mike Davis. Marcus Heinzen's his name, by the way. It just came to me. Marcus Heinzen. He's a really, really good guy. Really good guy. I mean, we used to email a lot back and forth, and back when it was a really small community, and really good guy. I interviewed him one time. I got an article. I interviewed him back in like 10 years ago. It was like an email interview, and I wrote an article about it. I think I got it up somewhere on my Medium page. I'll have to share that out to. I'll put it up once in a while. But it's pretty cool talking about the game and kind of his background and everything. So it's a pretty cool interview I did with Marcus. So. Yeah, the funny thing was some guy on Ron's channel was, and listen, I don't want to make light, man. Listen, you like what you like what you like, and there are people who love that behind the pack stuff. Like the people who love that stuff. And there was this guy who was on Ron's channel who was telling Ron that like you're gonna love this. You got to play out of park baseball and do this perfect team thing, which I've never done. I've never played perfect team. It's just not my thing. That's not my. And if it's your thing, that's great. But this guy was convinced that Ron was going to love it. So Ron did it. I think he was a Patreon. I think he donated a couple of bucks. So Ron did it for a little while, but I don't think Ron was, all that into it either. He did a few like videos on it and everything, and but it's just not my thing. Not my thing. So here's Davis with 2 outs. A ballpark effect, out or single. Let's take a look. 11 through 55, he's out. And he's out. So here we go. Top 9 we go. The A's are up 2-1. They got 3 hours to get to go 5-0 in the season. And Dusty Baker will come in the left field for defense. How about that? Old man Baker. He's got a 3 for range, which is average, a good arm, does not make errors. So a good guy to have out there in left field. And Kruger back on the hill again, trying to get the save. Did he come in with a lead? I think he came in with I think he might get the win, actually. He came in with 1 out in the 6th. Yeah, he'll get the win because Kingman hit the home run after he came in. So he's looking to get the win in relief here. So here's Pettis. So top of the order now. Won't be easy. It'll be Pettis leading off. A base. He's got a single today. He's walked. If he gets on base, he might steal. And Wilfong is on deck. You might see a pinch hitter for Wilfong. I have a feeling you're going to see. You might see Bobby Rich pinch hit for Wilfong, lefty versus lefty. So we'll see what they do here. Pops out to Phillips, so 1 down.
1 out, base is empty.
All right, Mark, have a great night. Sweet dreams, my friend. I'll see you next time. So 1 down. Here's Wilfong now. They got a pinch hit for Wilfong, I think. Did they pinch hit for him?
They're going to use a pinch hit.
They do. See, once again, this game, I love the AI. They're smart. So Schofield's going to pinch hit for him. So interesting. I thought they might go with Grich. So Schofield will pinch hit. Schofield's the everyday shortstop for the Angel team. He's getting the day off today. 249, 13 home runs. He'll come in. I thought they might use Grich here. You get Schofield now, 1 down. Kruger trying to get this. And he flies to the center field, 2 gone. And Kruger 1 out away from getting the win for the A's here. And here comes Joyner, a tough guy to get, though. Joyner can tie this game up really easily with 1 swing of the bat. And there's it. How about that? The A's go to 5 and 0.
Wins a nail biter. For watchers
Wow,
at replay games,
that's
thanks for playing.
strange. The A's had no one in the bullpen worth a damn that was um, rested, and Bill Kruger comes in out of the pen, gets the win, goes to 1-0. Dave Kingman 2-run shot stands up, and the A's are now 5 and 0 out in the AL West. How about that? How about that? So 5 and 0 on the season, and there are only three undefeated teams. The Cardinals and Mets are both undefeated, but they're 2 and 0 and 3 and 0 combined. The A's are 5 and 0, off to a great start right there. Game of the day so far, that Angels A's game, the game you just watched, is the game of the day so far, but we still got plenty of games to go on Saturday. Once again, I play all the Saturday games on the schedule. I play every Red Sox game on the schedule as well. I play a lot of them offline and some online. Check out Ron Junket's replay, Retro Sports Network. Ron does his replay a little bit different than mine. He's doing 86 as well. He does his, he drops in certain days of the week. He goes Wednesdays, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday games, is what he does. Um, and so his will go a lot quicker than mine, although he's had a few delays here. So I think I'm ahead of him, which is weird. That won't last long. Um, and so we're through 4 games, the 13 for Saturday games. What games will be in the channel next? The Giant Dodger game there with Mike Kruko and Fernando, that'll be in the channel for sure. That's a good game. Um, Red Sox and White Sox, that's Hurst and Seaver. I'll put that in the channel too. So that's 2 games we're in the channel for this day. And then I might do that Montreal St. Louis game because the Cardinals are undefeated. And you've got who's pitching? I think Tudor's pitching down there. Yeah, Tudor's pitching there. So I'm going to throw Tudor in the channel. So that'll be a third game on the channel for this day. Probably had the Yankee game was on yesterday. I put that game in the channel as well. And then I might do the Royal Blue Jay game. The Royals and Blue Jays are a rematch with the 85 ALCS. I might do that, and then I'll play. No, you got Nolan Ryan too. Man, there's a lot of good games apparently. So we'll see. There'll probably be plenty of games on the channel. Keep on checking out. I usually come out late at night, but thanks for watching tonight, guys. Have a good night. It's almost 1 in the morning here in the East Coast, so I'm going to bed. Have a great night, and until next time, we'll see you guys. Bye.